20th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
Oh, Alan, I'm sorry to say, Alan just called me,
Yeah.
but I don't see him appearing over here on the screen.
I don't know why he has problems every day.
I don't know. Here, let me just call him and tell him that we're here.
Okay,
Yeah, good idea.
good idea.
Okay, so as far as for us that we are here, Baruch Hashem, let's see, we're on the bottom of page 234. We're still in tzedakah, included in the concept. Okay. That's what we have.
All right, tzedakah.
Oh, yeah, we looked up that. Okay, so he's not answering his phone. All right. Okay. So, Mary, would you like to start off for us today on the second day of Hanukkah, Yom Sheni?
Okay, very good.
The Nasi, Nasano ben Suar.
Hold it. We're at the bottom of 234, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So
No, I'm going to the doctor.
okay, included in the concept of giving charity in secret is to buy merchandise from a poor man at a higher price, as much as he asks, and to sell to him at a lower price, to hire him to work, and to pay him more than is expected for the sake of charity, and to buy the right of sandakut, I guess. Oh, it's like a sandak. That's a sandak, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the way they say it here in Eretz Yisrael, actually. They don't say sandik. They say sandikos.
Sandakot. Okay, holding the baby by a circumcision. And the sosh binut, honors bestowed at a wedding. For it is then that the needs of a poor person are great, as his expenditures are many. The poor man thinks that he is benefiting from his own labor and that he is taking that which is coming to him. The giver is giving for the sake of a charity and for the endearment of the mitzvah of a sandakut and shosh binut, that they should not be disparaged mitzvot, which people are trying to sell from door to door, and no one is interested in buying them. Great is the shame. A person upon whom God has bestowed financial success must surely open his hand and do all of these things in accord with God's blessing that he has given him. He should give profusely, and heaven will increase his wealth and bestow blessing upon his household. As is written in Mishlei, there is one who splurges and is increased. In truth, the drive for money is strong as iron. About this, our sages in Eruvin say, a man is discerned by his wallet, how he spends his money. If a person conquers his evil inclination and discharges his obligations in regards to money, then he is guaranteed that he will not sin and he will fulfill every good thing. Therefore, a person must galvanize his strength and rally his efforts to give charity to the best of his ability. Everything is done according to the abundance of his love for his creator. If a man will give all the wealth of his house with love, it is considered like nothing to him. This is especially so when a person knows and believes in our holy Torah and the words of our sages that God will doubly compensate the giver, that no man ever became poor from giving charity. That's the Rambam. And that nothing bad or injury ever resulted from charity, as it says in Yeshayahu, and the result of charity will be peace.
Wow.
That's something.
He's got, he's got a number of sources over here. So important sources, I think, for us to look up. So let's start with this pasuk in Mishlei. He says that he should give profusely, and heaven will increase his wealth and bestow blessing upon his household, as it is written in Mishlei. This is Mishlei 11:24. And let's see, while I'm out of the room, you can also get a Rambam in Hilchos Matnas Anim and a Sefer Yeshaya.
Mishlei 20.
Hilchos Matnas Anim. Not sure exactly which Sefer that would be. Can't tell you if anybody has a Rambam if you're looking for it. But I'm going to get these three swarm: the Rambam, Mishlei, and Sefer Yeshaya.
The chapter. Mishlei 11:20.
See you later, Judy.
Oh, let's see. Alan called. Transferred to the voicemail. Okay. The wonders of modern technology. Okay, so let's see. We have a pasuk here in Mishlei. The pasuk in Mishlei is Yud Aleph Chaf Daled. Yud Aleph Chaf Daled. Yesh Mefazer B'Nosaf Od B'Choseich B'Yosher Ach L'Machzor. Wow. There is an occurrence of somebody who is mefazer. He spreads out his money. He sends it all over the place. V'nosaf od, and then he gathers more in. That's the first part of the pasuk in Mishlei. That's the part of the pasuk that the Pele Yoetz is maintaining over here, is the source to say that if he gives generously, he will increase his wealth. And actually, the second part of the pasuk in Mishlei is rather scary. You could say, okay, I'm not going to be mefazer, so I won't be mosif. But the second part is wow.
What's Choshech?
Chosech.
Oh,
Chosech, one who withholds.
Oh,
Someone who is stingy.
okay.
Yosher ach lemachzor. He will be chaser. He will be lacking.
He will lose out. Yeah. Okay.
He thinks he's saving his money that way, not having to give what he's supposed to give, and he'll end up being in want. Chas v'shalom. Not a good thing to do. So that part of the pasuk is even more scary than the inspiration of the first part, I think.
Right.
Okay, so that's the Mishlei. Yeshaya.
Yeshaya, what? Let's see.
Yeshaya is
32.
Lamed Beis Yud Zayin.
32:17.
Lamed Beis Yud Zayin.
32:17. In the deed of the righteous shall be peace.
The result of charity will be peace.
Yep.
Which pasuk is this? Pasuk
17, it looks like.
Yud Zayin.
It says, V'haya ma'aseha tzedakah shalom.
Oh. Oh, I see what the problem is. I'm on Lamed Gimel. I'm on chapter 33.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's 33:17. Oh, yeah, that doesn't tell you much.
V'haya ma'aseh hatzdaka shalom. Yavodas hatzdaka hashkeit uvetach ad olam. The act of tzedakah, I guess of giving tzedakah, doing tzedakah, will be shalom. That will be the result.
Mhm.
Avodas hatzedakah, and the avoda of tzedakah, however, some type of a different type of a twist than the maset tzedakah. See the difference in the way it's put. Maset tzedakah and avodas tzedakah, hashgate, serenity, quiet, betach, security, ad olam, forever. Okay.
So maybe avodat tzedakah is not dealing with money per se, but dealing with efforts you put in to help people.
Yeah, what exactly does this tzedakah refer to? I have here the Sefer of Reb Schwab,
Maybe
written from his shiurim. He says that tzedakah, when used in connection with mishpat, I don't think that's the case in this pasuk. No, may have various meanings, as pointed out above. But the terms masa hatzedakah and avodas hatzedakah, like we have in our pasuk here, certainly point to meaning charity. The coming of Mashiach, the Navi foresees the ruach of tzedakah spreading through the nation. And this will include masa hatzedakah, the simple act of giving of one's wealth or resources to another, the reward for which is the promise of shalom, internal peace within the nation. The higher form is avodas hatzedakah. Sounds like a higher level of giving than maset tzedakah. It was a masa of tzedakah. Here is a avoda. He's making an avoda out of it. The avoda of tzedakah involves more difficult, intense, charitable activities for which the Navi foresees hashket ubetach, tranquility and external security from our enemies.
Okay.
Alan is coming in again. Hi, Alan. I'm sorry, I don't see you showing up here. Let me see what's going on over here. Participants. I don't see you showing up in trying to get into the meeting. Okay. You got the right link to use? You have a lot of them.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Okay, I'll send him another link. Tell him he's got to delete all the bad links and just keep the one that I sent him.
Oh, well, Lou's gonna send you a link. And yeah. Maybe all those other ones that you're trying and they're not successful, maybe delete them. So you don't try them again. I see Lou is working faithfully. Oh, there he is. He got it.
Okay, I still sent him the link, so he should make sure that he deletes everything except the one he just used or the one I just sent him.
Okay.
Get rid of that junk. It's confusing.
Okay.
That's what I do. I highlight mine with a star.
Highlights.
Don't tell
Oh,
him
very
that. Don't tell him that. Tell him to delete.
Delete. Yeah. I agree. All the others. Well, if I put your name in my thing, I get all the deleted ones too, unfortunately. Guess I should delete the deleted ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that Rev Schwab in his commentary to Yeshaya in this pasuk that we just got through talking about, he says that admittedly, even though our pasuk is talking about Yemos HaMashiach, and that's if you take a look at the whole parsha over here that the Navi is describing, it's talking about Yemos HaMashiach. So one might think, oh, well, this is the situation with giving tzedakah for the times of Mashiach. It's going to create peace. But who says that it's going to happen like that in not the time of Mashiach? Well, so he brings then the Rambam. He said who he describes as a halachist. Rambam is straight halacha, right? So he takes the pasuk as a general promise for all times. La'olam. That's the connotation of the pasuk over here. That nothing untoward would ever happen to a person in connection with his acts of tzedakah. La'olam ein adam ma'ani min tzedakah ve'ein devara v'lo hezek. No, this is the words from the Rambam. He's quoting the words of the Rambam in Hilchas Matnas Anim, that no one will ever become poor, nor will anything bad or damaging result from charity. And the Rambam himself quotes this pasuk in Yeshaya that we just read, that Masa Tzedakah is shalom, and avodas tzedakah is hashket uvetach. So it's therefore clear, says the Reb Schwab, that there are instances of quarreling regarding the giving of tzedakah. It is either the charity itself or the masa tzedakah, the manner in which it was given, that is at the root of the problem. But true tzedakah can only bring peace, as the Chachamim tell us, and he quotes Pirkei Avos, Marbe tzedakah, marbe shalom. That is from the Pirkei Avos, chapter 2, Mishnah 7. Pirkei Avos, marbe tzedakah, marbe chayim. Marbe shalom, rather. It says marbe Torah, marbe chayim. So if you want shalom and you want chayim, and who doesn't want shalom and chayim? Engage in Torah and acts of tzedakah. That's the Mishnah. Okay. Very good. So the Pele Yoetz is, oh, I see. Yeah. Very good. Those are the words of the Rambam in Hilchas Matnas Anim. And with that, we have a round of applause for tzedakah.
All right. Wow.
And page 234. And page 235, we're going to go to Tza'aka, which is one of the 10 Lashonos that Chazal have mentioned in connection with Tefillah. And this is an entry right now that we're going to read in the Yoetz, Tza'aka. On the bottom of page 235, we call upon Alan, who we're so happy was able to join us today. He's going to start off, please.
All right. How great is the power of crying out to Hashem to nullify a decree, as is written in Tehillim, the face of Hashem is set against evildoers, to cut off their memory from the earth. They cried out, and Hashem listened. Similarly, in regards to the 4 people who need to give thanks, it is written in Tehillim, and they cried out to Hashem in their distress, and he saved them from their troubles. Behold, the simple meaning of the word tzedakah is that a person will lift up his voice in prayer from the depths of his heart. Yet the heart is hesitant to do this. Behold, our sages in Brachos 24b said, a person who raises his voice in his prayer is likened unto a false prophet. We derive from Chana that a person should not raise his voice even for a personal prayer, which one says regarding his private misfortune, as is written in Shmuel, and her voice was not heard. The Holy Zohar was very strict in this matter, as it says in Chelek 1, Daf 209, the prayers of a person who makes his voice heard while praying will not be heard on high. However, there are other places in the Holy Zohar which indicate that a person should raise his voice in prayer. It would appear to somewhat reconcile this matter by suggesting that a person's heart should cry out a great and bitter weeping to his father, but his voice should be low. Only his lips should move and his voice should not be heard. However, if a fire burns within a man and he is not capable of restraining himself from crying out in a loud voice due to his distress, this too is very important and will produce fruit above, especially if he is a chassan who must anyway raise his voice in prayer. Most important aspect of crying out is the condition of one's heart, and it should be done with the moderate raising of one's voice. A voice of those who cry tears, like one who cries out, sheds tears and supplicates. In this fashion, Hashem will hear and answer them because he hears the collective cry of his people.
Wow. Okay. Oh, once again, we have a lot of interesting sources. This is the Pele Yoetz. He always backs up whatever he says with plenty of sources. He's not talking off the top of his head. So we have Psukim and Tehillim. We have Psukim and Tehillim. And yeah, maybe we'll take a look at the Psukim and Tehillim. Chapter 34 and beginning of the Sefer and chapter 107 towards the end. Oh, and what's the other source? The other source was interesting also. Brachos 24b. See what that says.
For B and Tehillim. Brachos 24b.
I'm just gonna plug in my that's why I knocked.
Okay. Okay, 24B. Okay. Twenty-five, 24B. We're looking for a person who raises his voice in prayer. Oh, it's right at the top. Oh, where'd the rabbi go? Oh, he's back. Okay. I think the Gemara is right at the top of 24B.
Okay, I'll take a look at the Gemara.
Yes, it's a Mesve, it looks like.
24B.
The third line down.
Shmir kolo b'tfiloso harei ze mikatne amana. Amagbia kolo b'tfiloso harei ze minaviyeh hasheker.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it's a mesve. Um, 1 second. Oh,
It's a Mesve to what, though?
right. Yeah, so that's what we. Oh, okay. So on the previous, on the bottom of Amud Aleph, it says Va'amar of Chanina. Ani Re'isi es Rebbe. I saw Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Shegihek Ufihek Unis Atesh Barak Umeshamish Bebig what? Umeshamish Bebigdo Avolo Haya Misatef Ukeshu Ifahik Haya Maniach Yado Al Santeroi. This is talking about different hanhogas in tefillah.
Wow.
At the time that a person is in tefillah, meaning tefillah, when the Gemara says tefillah, we know that this refers to the Shmona Esrei, the silent Amida prayer.
Uh-huh.
So Rabbi Hanina is testifying about the hanhaga of Rabbeinu HaKodesh, the redactor of the Shisha Sidrei Mishnah. And he says, I saw that at the time of tefillah, he was gihek and fihek. Now, what do those two things mean?
P-hake is yawning.
Chech l'kochosov poseach lahotzi
I don't
ruach
see
hapeh malei ka'adam sherotze lishon o she'omad mishena. Yeah, it sounds like to yawn.
Okay, and gihake, it says translated as belched. I guess
Gihek.
I wonder if that's like burping too, belching. Maybe it's louder than burping.
Pihek.
P-hake is yawn.
Oh, I read it wrong. Oh, pihek.
No,
Oh, I
no,
see.
gihake came first.
Yeah, yeah,
Gihake,
gihek. Yeah, pamim
That's-
she'odem motzi
that's belching.
migufo lepiv neficha mitoch sovo verecha kereach hamachel machel. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rashi describes somebody who burps.
Burps. Okay, he translates it belch, but okay.
Yeah. Rashi says mitoch sovo, due to his satiation.
Yeah,
And then he describes further, and the odor that emits through his mouth is kareach hamachal she'ochal, has the same fragrance as the food that he ate.
wow. I thought we weren't.
She's very, very descriptive.
Yeah, but I thought we weren't supposed to eat before davening. Or is that only shacharit?
Oh, why is he? Well, that's an interesting question.
59 belched.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Usually a meal would be after the tefillah. So you're asking him why would he feel a need to do that? Don't know. Good question.
Okay.
So anyway, he testifies on Irisius Rebbe shegihek upiek. And also a third thing, this atesh. Now, what does that mean? This atesh.
He has sneeze here. He sneezed.
Ishadorshim gihek notrikon go hekim. Pihek piv hekim. Hakim. Star noder. Yeah, it sounds like a sneeze. Star noder.
Art Scroll translates it as that. Yeah.
Nisatesh. Okay, so he would do these three activities even though he was in the middle of tefillah. I mean, a person can't prevent himself from doing those things, and I guess he could. I don't know. Okay, so in any case,
Cover his mouth maybe, or sneeze into a handkerchief or something.
okay. I don't know if it means that he didn't do that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know exactly what it actually means. Okay, so anyway, let's go further. Mishamesh bebigdo, and he would make some usage of his garments to do what? Says Rashi, lahavir hakina, hukatsto, to remove a louse which bit him.
Hmm.
Okay. And they had to they had to rough it wherever they were over there. Valo haya misatef. Valo haya misatef. What does that mean? Says Rashi. That word misatef is how we describe to enwrap ourselves in a talus.
Yeah, Lahita tape, yeah.
So what does this mean? Says Rashi, Im nofla talisoi, kishehu mispalel. If in the course of his Shmona Esrei that he was davening so intently to Hashem, his talus fell off him. Lo haya notla umisatef. He would not take it and wrap himself in the talus in the middle of the Shmon Esrei. Shalo lahafsik, so as not to make a interruption in his Shmona Esrei.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's very interesting. Ukeshuhu mifahek. Was that one of the words that we mentioned?
If I think so. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, that was the one.
Mifahake says yawned here. Translate. It says p-hake. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
the same word.
Yeah, I think so. In other words, mifahek is the verb, and piake would be like describing what he did.
To
I guess.
yawn, I guess, or yawning maybe.
So in that case, when he was doing that, hayamaniach yado al santero, he would place his hand over his santero, over his chin.
Oh,
And Rashi says, "Shalo tira psichas piv," so that his open mouth would not be revealed and seen.
uh-huh. Well, that's the polite thing to do too.
So here here's the source right here from
Yep.
Rebbe. That's interesting, but it doesn't say that when he had to burp that he covered his mouth, though. I guess that's the question over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh, wow. Very interesting comment over here from the Marsha. Marsha maintains that the words over here, ukeshehu mefahek, that we have in our text of the Gemara, that when he would yawn, the Marsha maintains that they are not from the words of the Gemara. That is not the text.
Oh, really?
But he says it is. He says it's in Rashi. Those are the words of Rashi. It comes from the Rashi. The Rashi explains Hayamaniach Yado on Santero, that he would place his hand over his santer, I guess his face. Hainu shelo tira psichas piv, in order that that his open mouth would not be seen. Kishuhu mefahek, when he was yawning. Ume pirushoy niknas ledefus hagemora, and from Rashi's perush, it crept into the text of the Gemara. That's what the Marsha says. Wow. And the Rush maintains, the Rush brings the words of the Rif. Now the Rif lived in Fez, in Morocco. the Rush was, I think he had, the Rush was originally from Germany, but because of the all the pogroms and everything that was happening over there, he ran away, and he ended up in Eretz Sfarad, and maybe he had something to do with the Rif over the ocean there in North Africa.
Hmm.
In any case, he brings the words of the Rif, that the Rif says that that he Dafka didn't cover his mouth. Lo haya maniach yado al santera. And Bir HaRush, the Rush explains, why is it that he did not do this? Why did he not cover it? Shehu mishum shenira kagase aruach. He said that to cover the mouth in that way would appear to be a bit like Gase Aruach. Now, Gase Aruach has a connotation of haughtiness.
Wow.
Rabbeinu Yonasan, Milunio Bir, Shamaniach Yado Takas Zakano, somebody that puts his hand, I don't know exactly what Santero, I think in modern Hebrew, Santero means the chin. But that wouldn't really, in any case, it doesn't, I mean, Rashi says that it's in order to so that the opening of the mouth, when the mouth is open, when he's yawning, would not be seen.
Oh, so he puts his hand under his chin, and his fingers would cover his mouth, maybe.
So he says to Rabbeinu Yonasan that Maniach Yado Tachas Zakano, he would put his hand underneath his beard. Hu derech herus v'hanoah.
Yeah.
Gaiva he la modkach eved lifnei rabo. Oh, someone who does such a thing. Someone who does such a thing. In other words, this is a related point, but not exactly he's not talking about the case of a person who, what does he do when he yawns? He's talking about, I don't think so. He's just talking generally. A person who puts his hand underneath his zakan, like this, like somebody, sometimes he goes like this, like he's thinking or something like that. Maybe that's what he's referring to. Who der cheres v'hana. He calls it cheres, freedom, v'hana, and pleasure. But gaivahi, it's a arrogance. La modkach, to stand in like that. Eved lifnei rabo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I think that time is up now.
Oh, okay. So we didn't even get to the Mesve. See that?
No, we didn't.
That's that's why they call it a Yam HaTalmud. You try to go in, and you end up getting involved in the middle of the Yam. Okay. All right, everybody. A good day to Meir.
Okay.
Baruch Latzlacha, Freilich and Chanukah. And enjoy your punchkes.
Right.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Hope you don't have to